Okay, the first strategy is to mine your mistakes. Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay, oh, mistakes? I don't have any mistakes. Come on, who are you talking to? Well, all right. Even the smartest people among us have mistakes from time to time. Am I right? Yes. So, mining your mistakes really means taking a look at the things that have given you pain, the things that have made you uncomfortable. And Ray Dalio, in his latest book called Principles, gives this formula, which I think is very powerful. And Ray is the CEO of a hedge fund company called Blackwater. He's actually stepping down from that, but has a new book. The book's called Principles. And he articulates some of the more unusual things that he does with his company. And this equation, pain plus reflection equals progress, is one that he cites as being incredibly powerful. So let's use this. Let's mine our mistakes and look at pain plus reflection so that we can get to progress. So how do we do that? So first I have to answer the question for myself, what's the biggest mistake I regularly make? Now, when we do this in a group, and what the conversation you may want to have with yourself or maybe with a good friend or business partner is thinking about what are those things that you know, if you're being honest with yourself, that you stumble across. I had a client who she was always just 5 minutes late to the meeting. And she knew that she ends up being flustered. She ends up not really being fully focused and on top of it because she's just in this busy habit and she's running late to every meeting. And she knows that that's a mistake for her, for the person she wants to show up as. So the second question, once you've identified one of those mistakes, is what about it does my brain want to ignore? This is the reflection part on the pain, right? So for my client, what she realized is that my brain is making the excuse that, oh, I'm so busy, or, oh, they won't start on time anyway, or, oh, no one will miss me, or maybe even, I want them to think that I'm really busy and that they're an imposition on me and I'm just doing them a favor to show up. Our brains do this, right? So what's the truth about you, about the mistake, the thing that's getting in your way that you do over and over? What about it does your brain want to ignore? And we'll put all this together. So if you have questions, please pop them into the Q&A. We'll have a chance to ask some questions later too. But think about this in terms of the mistakes that you're making and how to mine them so that you can get some discoveries that lead you to progress. Mining our mistakes and reflecting on them really shows us the biases that often are built into our brain. And these are built in because our brain's built in many ways to protect us. And if you've ever read Seth Godin, the marketing writer, he talks about this in terms of the lizard brain. The technical term is the amygdala, which is the primal part of our brain that reacts when something fearful comes up. And our brain reacts, but we've got to override those parts of our brain if we want to be showing more courage, if we want to be growing our career and stepping up into what we need to do.